What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, been watching Gamescom, and AMD had a pretty decent little showing there with their 7700 XT and especially their 7800 XT at like $500. And they also came out with an announcement for FSR 3, which in the PC gaming space is something we've really been waiting on, and they are behind on this release. So this was exciting to see. Not only did they announce it, but it's coming within the next few weeks, and supposedly it should be sometime in September from what it looks like. And the technology of FSR 3 is really exciting. So let's kind of step back a little bit. And what is FSR 3? This is the competitor to NVIDIA's DLSS 3 or frame generation. I think they used to call it future frame generation. And that works extremely well. Now, in some games where you're really wanting to reduce latency, sometimes you won't use something like that, but in a lot of games that have that, especially these campaign games and stuff like that, the DLSS 3 has been fantastic. I've been using frame generation for a while in games that support it and that I want to use it in, and it's phenomenal. At least double my frame rate if I need it most of the time, even up to 4K, and it's a great technology. So FSR 3 coming out and doing something similar is going to be great because of the AMD GPUs, because of things that it could potentially work with, like the Steam Deck, the ROG Ally, and that's where this video kind of wants to focus a little more, since I do cover them more here. But I did want to cover it a little bit deeper than that and talk about where else it's going to be going, because it could be affecting these PC handhelds as well. Now, the issue with things like the Steam Deck and the ROG Ally, as much as I love these devices a lot, and I've been waiting years for handheld PCs like this, in my opinion, we're still not quite there yet for performance for me personally. I'm not looking for a desktop experience in my hand, but I do think we have a little bit of ways to go. We still need to conquer some things with thermals and power delivery and overall efficiency and performance of these types of APUs and stuff to really just kind of get us over that edge right to the performance I think a lot of us are looking for still, even though we love these devices. And maybe by like 2025, 2026, I think we could be getting there with these. But something like FSR 3 changes the game a little bit, because now all of a sudden we're able to get this frame generation, or what they're calling it, fluid motion frames, FMF, fluid motion frames. And that can take hardware like this and double, triple your frame rate without any upgrades or changing anything, using your current power and processing abilities, and that would be exciting. The issue is this has been announced for a lot of GPUs. So we have basically, of course, the new 7000 series cards, back to the 5000, the 5700, 5700 XT. Almost all like the 6000 line will cover it. NVIDIA cards, of course, will work with FSR 3, 2060 all the way up here through into the 4000 series. And APUs, now they haven't mentioned anything really about the APUs or the SoCs, something like the Ally, the Steam Deck, whatever. The only thing they really mentioned, which does give me some hope for these, is the Xbox Series consoles, which they specifically said Xbox on stage for these. And those are SoCs or APUs. They're an all-in-one design with the CPU, GPU. And FSR 3 is coming to those consoles, but they are very custom, and it's not that surprising that that feature set would go there. But I am hoping that because it is going on that type of generation SoC from AMD with those consoles, that it could mean, since we have the proper architecture in the Steam Deck and the Ally and some of these other handhelds, that FSR 3 will indeed come and function on these devices. If FSR 3 were to come out and actually work in games on something like the Steam Deck or the ROG Ally and work properly, not introduce a lot of lag or stutter or issues, and actually work the way we want it to, you would see a lot of bump in performance in so many games. You would take games that were unplayable before and make them very playable. It would help keep the generation going longer as we're waiting for newer hardware and features and that type of thing. FSR 3 for these kinds of devices, the consoles as well. I won't get too deep into those. I love all of my consoles, but I'm really looking forward to FSR 3 coming on those as well, because we've been struggling this generation with proper frame rates and performance. So that's exciting as well. But across the board, especially coming back into the handhelds, this could be a really big deal. So going to keep my eye on it, definitely for announcements. If anybody sees anything, definitely hit up the comments. I want some more confirmation. I want to see if this technology is going to come to the handhelds, because that would just make a huge difference in what we're looking at for performance and playability of a lot of these games on these handhelds. So I'm really excited to watch out for that. and to see where that goes. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, if this is probably going to be supported on these devices or not, if you're excited for FSR 3 and what it could bring to the table, especially when it comes to these lower end, lower power hardware devices. All right, guys, thanks a lot for coming to check out the video. As always, I really appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.